So hi. Welcome to the stream. I actually forgot I delayed Pokemon yesterday to do Metroid today. And I actually thought that I was supposed to do Mario today. So really, I'm not really prepared to do Metroid at all, which kind of sucks, but I guess I'll get it started. Um, I kind of want to do Metroid Prime 1. I might do Metroid Prime 1, but I don't know. I don't particularly plan to play a full game of Prime 2, although I could. I don't know. Welcome, Ash. Thank you for stopping by. I'm trying to have meaningful streams more so than anything else, because at least for me, where is the emote? Oh boy, it's I'm gonna open the window, so when the sirens start, you know why. Because I haven't actually done anything with my Wii U in a long time. That's not for lack of games on it, because there's some games I never even played on the fucking thing. For some reason I can't get it to turn on. Why is this not working? Alright, cool. There he is! Captain Cocksucker's back again, boys. Alright, anyway. Let me do this. I can already hear it, which is a good thing. You know, honestly, if I'm being super real with you, like actually super real with you, like legitimately super duper realsies with you, I'm playing Fusion tonight. Actually, I should try. Oh god, which one's the one with the Wiimote? I don't know actually. Let me actually figure out which of these Wiimotes works with the Wii and which one doesn't. I think the one with the nunchuck is made for is for the Wii. Because I have a bunch of nunchucks. I have 2 nunchucks, and not a single Wii Motion Plus between any of my Wiimotes. And that's just because, like I always say, I did not buy a Wii Motion Plus. I borrowed it for the one playthrough that required it, which was what's it called? Skyward Sword. Yep, this is it. It counts as controller too. God damn it. Okay. Is it over here? It's somewhere. It's in the Metroid segment. Where's the Metroid games? There you go. Someday I'm gonna go back and clean out the rest of the Virtual Console for the Wii. For the Wii U, rather. You know how it is. Someday I'm gonna do that. That'll happen, like, I don't know, whenever they announce they're closing down the Wii U Virtual Console. Which is pretty tragic, because I actually find it to be one of the best ways to play, a lot of these games, especially since you don't have to subscribe to some online to be able to play. That was a nice shade of purple, by the way. Lads and lasses? What did I say? I don't even remember. No, see, it's kind of like... Alright, cool. Does some weird shit. It has to, like... It disconnects the Wiimote, and then it reconnects the Wiimote as player 1, obviously, since it can't do anything with it. I kind of want to play Metroid Prime 1 again, though. Because I kind of want to get my my saves for that. What did I do for this? Aren't these just copies? And this is nothing, okay. This is just a copy. Technically, you can New Game Plus. I don't know if you get anything for New Game Plus. Oh, that's not how you do it. Oh, I said Captain Cocksucker. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that just drive up and down the avenue, just blaring their fucking shit, and I really hate them. And I caught them doing it at like 5 in the fucking morning, too. Like 5 in the morning. And this is not the save file I wanted, by the way. I mean, I find it hard to even do New Game Plus. I don't even know how you do it. I think I booted this at some point. This is terrible positioning for the Wiimote. Like, actually trash. This is why I really hate the Wii, because, like, this is my neutral position, and it got registered as being all the fucking way off the screen. This is, in general, why I pretty much hate this, because it's pretty shitty, honestly. I like how it still has the OG menu for Metroid Prime 2. I thought that, I actually hated the menu for this game at the start, but when I actually sat down and played it, with it, I'm like, this menu is actually ingenious. It's a very cool way to not have to, you know, just scroll down a long list, and they never brought it back. No game ever has brought it back, and honestly, that would be the type of menu I'd put in a game. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm putting that shit in. This is terrible neutral position. How do you New Game Plus? I have no clue at all. You know what, I'm just gonna erase this shit. No one cares. Yes. Alright, cool. Can't have them all be the same thing. This is legitimately why I kind of just want to, I'm gonna do normal. This is why I just kind of want to do, GameCube versions, man. I hate it. I wish I could just play this using the GameCube controller, just with, like, extra button mappings. Like, this would unironically be a perfect Switch port, because the Switch has just the right amount of buttons to make this actually work, without resorting to, like, weird, like, control schemes. You could just have it be like a traditional first-person shooter. You wouldn't even need to have lock-on. I was thinking about doing a new video series on the other channel, just so it's on a different channel, where I talk about games. But I think to do that, I kind of need to play them off-stream. I mean, to make that sound, like, dramatic or anything. I genuinely like this game a lot. I just think the weapon system kind of sucks. I think, like, aesthetically, this is the best Metroid game. I actually need to turn this down. Let me know if it's too loud. Metroid games are kind of loud. By the way, Pokemon Snap 2 is confirmed voice acting. Wow, that's another thing it does over the mainline Pokemon games. Unbelievable. It is a casual Namco Bandai game. Nothing major. Let me, I'm gonna try to do all the saves, especially the missable ones. I did it in the playthrough I did, but that was, like, at this point, unironically, like 6 years ago. I had a GameFAQs tab open. Hold on. There was another GameFAQs tab that I found that actually kind of has all the missables on it anyway, which is kind of nice. There's no recenter button for the Wiimote, right? This is terrible. I hate this control. I hate this console so much. This is missable, believe it or not. Unlike in Prime 2 or in Prime 1, Samus's gunship is missable in this game. Actually, asshole maneuvers to make it missable. Because you'd assume it's always there, but it starts repairing and you can no longer scan it. No. Okay, cool. I mean, I would get Pokemon Snap, but I feel like it's the game. It's just a nostalgia trip, honestly. I don't really see it as a game I'm actually going to really play and enjoy longer than 5 minutes, because I'm either going to get annoyed at the state of Pokemon, or, you know, you scan these, you scan this, and then scan these. This is terrible. This is not even close to pointing at the screen. Like, actually trash. You don't scan the door? It's like Animal Crossing. Like, I feel kind of like Animal Crossing ran its course, you know? Not that it was a bad game to play or anything, but I feel like we kind of got everything out of it that we really expected and needed. And I really wasn't just feeling it after a point. These are not scannable in this game. These are also not scannable. Or rather, they're not log data. Because I like the Animal Crossing streams, and I'm not saying I'll never do another one, but like after a point, I mean, for me, it's kind of just like a one-off. You know, I played it for a couple months. It was like 6 months of Animal Crossing streams. So that's not too terrible. So honestly, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to play some... What's it called? I like how these things are translucent. So one of the biggest changes that they made for this version that isn't in the other versions of this game is that they couldn't figure out how to get this to translate to Wii hardware. So in the original version, when the arm cannon would be charged, it would shake like you see, and the lights would shake with it. In this version, they don't shake with it. But that's just because they couldn't figure it out, because I think this port was kind of a rush job, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, some of these dudes are scans. They never go anywhere. I honestly consider the Metroid Prime 2 playthrough that I did years ago to be some of my finest work. Like, actually. I think that is... The Metroid Prime playthroughs were among my best work, if you want my honest opinion. Like, if anyone ever wanted to say, like, what's a playthrough you'd recommend for anyone new to the channel, I would say Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 1 into Prime 2. Prime 3 I wasn't too sure about, because I've only played it a couple of times. But those two playthroughs just happened to be, like, in my opinion, my best work. I think you scan this, right? How do you scan? Yeah, lock on. I'm like, what the hell is it doing? Also, this version has the spring ball. It's such a small addition, but you would never believe how much it, like, actually helps the game in general. Oh, there's flies on their body. Yo, that's ridiculous. I never noticed that. Can I just roll by them? I think they demorph you. That is not at all. What I want. See, one thing that's kind of weird is that it says Dark Aether. We don't even know what Aether and Dark Aether is. Not yet, at least. But otherwise, this is like a perfect port as far as I'm concerned. Like the Metroid Prime trilogy is seriously some of Nintendo's greatest work, in my opinion. And it's such a shame people will never give it a chance just because it's Metroid. And everyone just, you know, plays the same 5 franchises out of Nintendo. At least I'm happy that one of those franchises now is Fire Emblem, you know? At least that's got to count for something, right? Oops, not you. This is so not at all where I want it to be, man. This is terrible. There's gotta be a resync button for the Switch. Or for the Wii, I'm sorry. I can charge me, this was better. See, that's why I like the Prime games. I just wish there was, like, a better way to play both of them, you know? Well, I say it's a trilogy, but I generally don't consider Prime 3 to be a part of it. I just kind of forget Prime 3 exists half the time. Can we skip this? No. Because legitimately, the plot of this game is actually really good. Like, I like Metroid Prime 1. See, like, there's certain video games I really like the plot for. I either like games that are on the spectrum of really having, like, in-depth lore and character development, or games that are, like, heavily like user driven in terms of what you get out of it is how much you put in. And Metroid Prime 1 is like the definition of what you get out is what you put in. That's why I like it so well, or so much. Metroid Prime 1, literally, like, the story of it is basically only explained, I gotta clip my nail, is only explained through, scan logs, pretty much. After the intro cutscene where it says, like, you're tracking Ridley and the pirates, that's it. The rest of the game is just you scanning stuff and trying to figure it out. I finished my replay of Let's Go Eevee, and I keep thinking I should play Ghost of Tsushima and finish it. Finish it. I don't care what your excuse is. If you can play video games, you can finish Ghost of Tsushima. Ow. It deserves it. I'm thinking I'm going to make my first video on the other channel about Metroid Fusion. So I kind of need to replay it, but I don't want to have, like, the big chat box in the corner. No offense, of course. It's nothing against you or anyone who comes into chat, but I want it to be, like, a clean video, so I need to have it be, you know, clean. I just think it's... Do you lose the charge beam? No. Okay. My interest is gone for it at the moment. Well, I would get that interest back. That was Game of the Year 2020. For me. I fucking love that game. Yeah, take your time with it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I'm really thinking that, like, Valhalla's gonna be a late bloomer, in my opinion. Because I'm looking forward to those DLCs. I don't even know what they're about. That's how crazy that shit's gonna be. So if you actually scan this dude, it says his armor is too damaged. So basically, he's only there... Oh, you can't blow it up. You lose your missiles. He's only there for you to do that, which I think is really kind of funny. Like, the actual detail on this game is great. Like, I think that they give you just like, maybe a little bit too heavy of story development when you talk to the Luminoth. But I really do like that, you know, Metroid Prime 1 is literally as much as you put in is as much as you get out in terms of story. And that, in my opinion, is like, the best way to have, like, storyline in a game, you know? I think that that's really, like, it's a cool amount, you know? It's not too much, it's not too ridiculous. It could be more, it could be less. Some games, it's nice to just explore the world and get contextual clues. Like, people will say Dark Souls does it well, and Dark Souls does do it really well. Oh, wait, do you scan save stations in this game? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it's not research anymore. It used to be research. Yeah, I don't have as good of a setup as I used to. I used to have a really good setup for playing Wii games back when I was on the other side of my room. But no one will remember that, because that was before the streaming days. I'm serious. I 100% recommend the Metroid Prime 1 and 2 playthrough. I can't chill it enough. Just because I cannot get a handle on this stupidity right now. Metroid Prime 1, or Prime 3 definitely has quite a few just, like, moments of ridiculousness. I think that's probably one of my biggest problems with it. Alright. Like, I genuinely wish that Metroid Prime 3 didn't feel like a Halo game, because it doesn't really feel like you do a lot of exploration. You kind of just get told where to go from A to B, and I mean, every Metroid game is pretty much an A to B. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that they're not. What? I love this franchise too much. I think that's the biggest problem. So I saw a psychic medium for a reading of tarot cards. Get a second opinion on your jaw. What is it? Isn't, like, didn't they get the stuff out? Like, shouldn't that make your jaw, like, kind of not be... I don't know. I forget the lore at this point. Is this bridge one of a kind? No. No, they didn't? Oh, Jesus. What a nightmare. I heard there's also really, like, ridiculous weather coming your way, so hopefully that's not too crazy. What the hell is this? Oh, okay, cool. Because up here, it's hot. It's hot as fuck now. So we're basically back to, is there a body over here? No, I guess not. I could have sworn there was a body somewhere. Oh, well. My crackpot doctor fucked me over. What? I don't know how you have that many doctor problems. I mean, I just genuinely kind of don't like any of the doctors I've had to see, except ENT. My ENT was cool as fuck. They just charged a lot, which I kind of hated. That was a little uncool of them, because they said it wouldn't be that much, and then it was. So, that's nice. Nice. Nothing like very big gooey explosions to start off a playthrough. I have TMJD, which is essentially my jaw joints are inflamed or irritated and won't let me live in peace. Now that does not sound like fun. And by the way, this is a textbook example of when like something happens and they just totally like overinflate like how much you need to do. What? Yo, there's like a box there. Alright, cool. But yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Here we go. This is another kind of gate. This requires a power bomb, I think. It's either power bomb or super missile. 2 is such a terrible, but I don't know who designed the Wii controller. It's terrible. I really dislike it. How are you supposed to press 2 in the middle of combat? Yeah, so you could activate this, you won't get anything out of it. There's no reason to activate it. Are these Dark Troopers? Yep. They're immune, too. What's actually cool is that you could see the guy inside the helmet, which is pretty cool. That's a detail I couldn't see on the GameCube. Probably just because of the resolution. Oh, I think this is the turret. I think this turret literally only spawns in this room. If you can believe it. There you go, I remember you. One of Force 2 is further ahead. There's 6 of them. Is this the one you scanned? Is this a power bomb? No, okay. There's a way to skip the unmorphing. Can I scan it before the cutscene triggers? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Look at this! Look at all the people you can scan. Ah, there you go. Anime-wise, I finished Yashahime, and it's confirmed for a sequel as well as Beastar Season 2. I'm so far behind on anime, I just feel kind of bad, and I do need to finish and actually watch some of the shit I actually want to watch this season. Yeah, I also need to get the kinetic orb cannon. There's definitely like a really interesting plot in here somewhere of a planet that intentionally tries to trap the people that come to explore it. There's definitely something that could be done with that, I feel. I also feel like there's a lot more troops than that you fight than were on this ship or whatever. Dude, the Galactic Federation troops at least look pretty cool in this game. I didn't really like them in Metroid Prime 3. Prime 3 kind of played it up a little too hard. Unskippable, by the way, and loud as fuck. I'm gonna probably watch most anime I need soon. I'm gonna probably watch it while grinding in Fire Emblem, I think is what I'm gonna do. You poor, poor man. Yeah, you can tell the guns don't look that good. All the real detail went on to Samus for the most part. Record damage. Okay, cool. There are... Do you scan this? No, this is just missile, I think? Yeah. Force 1. That. I am looking forward to watching Beastars, though. Is this a map room or a save room? It's a map room. I thought that Beastars Season 1 was actually way better than I thought it would be. I have no right to like that anime. It does not seem like anything I would actually like. But we all know what the real winners this season are. World Trigger. And that's the sad part, is that nobody watches World Trigger. And it's legitimately like one of the best things that they have on air in years. I'm so salty, man. I'm so salty. Oh, we actually have to jump from there. I fucking love it. I love World Trigger. People who don't are bugging. That shit is cool. There you go. You could get this at pretty much any point in the game, but after a certain point you have to use them all to progress the game, and once you activate them, you can't scan them. But for some reason, like, that makes no sense. Once you activate them, which should theoretically, like, power it on, maybe you would be able to figure it out easier what it does, you can no longer scan it. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Such is a video game, right? Oh, I'm an idiot. You're just supposed to do this. Oops. I'm over here, like, trying to super figure out what I need to do. Because I'm pretty sure Darklings come. Yep. Oh, I can't double jump. Oops. I feel like if they were to remake this, they would not give it, like, true FPS controls, which makes no sense to me. This is, like, the perfect game to give pure FPS controls to. I mean, it is literally a first-person shooter. They're gonna make the right stick, like, aim around like this. It's gonna be real dumb. We're never gonna get a good version of Metroid Prime. We're gonna have to hack the shit out of this game and rebind controls. I know Nintendo enough to know what they will and won't do. I'm like 80% certain that's exactly what they do. If they even fucking remember what Metroid is at Nintendo. Outside of Smash Bros. Oh wait, what is this room? Yeah. There's actually a point of no return if you can... No! I fucked up! Oh my god, I'm never gonna remember to scan that dude. Shit. Where'd they come from? Oh, I fucked up. Oh no. I can't see him from here. Oh, fuck. There's a guy in there that you're supposed to scan. And that's the last of Force 2, and I'm not going to remember to scan it later, which is going to moderately annoy me. Beastar Season 2 is an acid trip? Good. That's what I'm counting on. I'm actually kind of annoyed at that. He's like, you could see him. You could see the little itty-bitty bit of red. But you know what this is? This is a seeker missile launcher system, I'm pretty sure, for when you come back. Oh, fuck me. I can't believe I forgot about that after all the times I played this fucking game. That kind of annoys me, not gonna lie. Yeah, basically you can't destroy the one nest up there. So that's kind of nice. Idiot. Yeah, the kinetic orb cannons are actually a one-shot in multiplayer, but, you know, who plays the multiplayer in this game? See, Prime Hunters at least had some good multiplayer. For what it's worth, Prime Hunters was kind of ahead of the game with a lot of Nintendo multiplayer games. That scan's not missable, it's just annoying. I have like a reasonably good idea of what the missables are in this game. Just off the top of my head. Even 6 years later, I could tell you more or less what the missables are. It's been 6 years. 6 whole years. It's making me scan the stupid wire, which is not at all what I want. Got it. That's not missable. You could just do it there. I think they actually show up again if you come from that way again. Alright, fun time. Unable to scan. There's this energy field. Wahoo. Bing bing. Does this thing spawn at the start? Because if it does, you're supposed to scan it. This is actually missable. There's a lot of missables in this game that just show up right at the start. And you have to scan it really quickly. This is not the first boss where they do it. Dude, I hate the Wiimote so much. No, thank you. How long does it even stay out for, honestly? What is it, like 10 seconds? No, it stays out a pretty long time. This thing is missable. At some point, the shit shows up. I think it comes now. Might have to deal damage to it. Just a little bit. Yeah, there it is. I don't think it attacks you. Yeah, it just kind of sits there. I scanned it, right? Yeah, I did, as soon as it appeared. Yep. Kinda wish I had, like, a quick Pokemon game to run. But I really don't. I would need something I could get the Pokemon off of it really fast, which just literally does not exist. Do they give credits? Yeah, there's a new account. I just bought myself Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, and honestly, it was one game I refused to let go of for a year. So, wait, you bought it like a year ago? I could never get into a Harvest Moon game. It's just not my speed. Like, all the life simulator things, just not for me. Personally. Nothing like against him. That's why like Animal Crossing I know was like the big game of last year for a lot of people, but for me personally it was kind of just like, yeah, it was worth a few months. You know, when I was in high school I was hooked on this game. That used to be me with a couple of games. That used to be me for Metroid, not Metroid, I'm sorry, Pokemon Heart Gold and Blue Rescue Team. I loved Blue Rescue Team as a kid. I played that so much. I still have my OG save data. I love that game. Such a good game. In middle school, I was hooked on games like this. This was towards the end of like my GameCube era, though, which is unfortunate. I think like I played Tales of Symphonia either the year before this or the year this came out, because this was 2005, I believe. Because in 2007 I got the Wii and I was like, oh, let me play Twilight Princess, and I played it and I was like, wow, this totally sucks. I do not like this anymore. And I played a couple other games on the Wii, like I played Super Paper Mario, but by the time like New Super Mario Bros. And Xenoblade came out, I already quit. I went to the Xbox. I was like, well, I don't want to play this anymore. I want to play an Xbox. And then that's exactly what I proceeded to do, is I went on Xbox. Oh, we are supposed to scan this dude. Do we scan this? Yes, we do. Energy controller. Can we read this now? Yeah, we can. Okay. Like, for me, I kind of remember the basic outline. Like, there's a couple of games here and there that, like, kind of fit into the whole, like, you know, play them and whatever when I remember when I got them and played them. But for the most part, it's like Mario Sunshine in 2002, Pikmin in 2000, right after it, actually. Wind Waker, which I also got Ocarina as well around that time. What else? Like I said, Twilight Princess was towards the end of all this, which makes me really sad because it was one of my favorites. I really did enjoy it. This isn't something you crawl into, is it? Oh shit, what? No, you don't have ball jump or bombs. Excellent, thank you. I'm never gonna remember that. I don't think I've ever... There he is. I don't think I've ever collected that, by the way. What can you do about it? And then on my Xbox, I remember one of the big reasons I wanted to get it was Halo 3. I got that the same day it came out. Or the same day I got it, I'm sorry. I got my Xbox like a year late. And then, what was the other game? Tales of Vesperia was another game I got, because I was big into Tales after Symphonia. I was like, this is some of the best JRPG I've ever played. Because at that point, I only played a handful. And then after that, it's kind of a clusterfuck, really, you know? It's kind of just a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, just a little bit of everything everywhere. Do these things get possessed? Of course. I think this is actually like a real-time event. You can kill a couple before they get possessed, maybe? Yep. Take a little bit of damage. Oh, nope, too late. What? Oh, I missed him. I really wish you could just play this with real first-person controls. You could still even have the lock on. It would still work. Basically, I bought consoles to play Tales games, for the most part. It's just annoying. Because every time I buy a console for a Tales game, it basically doesn't come out on that console. Oh no, we don't go this way. Like, I bought the 360 for, like, future Tales games after Vesperia. Only Vesperia ever came out, which kind of annoys me. Then I bought the PS3 so I could play... Well, Xillia did come out on the PS3, but I bought it for the Vesperia re-release. And that didn't happen until literally, like, 10 years later. Like, I've just bought consoles for games. And specifically, like, the same 2 or 3 franchises. And then they just don't come out. This is actually kind of cool. You get a Sky Temple key here, and you read this now, and you're like, what the hell does this mean? It means nothing to you now. That's what I mean, like, playing Metroid games sometimes, it's just such a, like, a unique experience if you're really trying to, like, dive into the game world. Like, trying to immerse yourself and figure stuff out. I believe there's a pickup out here. Yeah. One of these has a thing you could, like, screw attack out into the distance. I don't think it's this one. I'll play Metroid Fusion again soon. Alright, cool. Yeah. I had a really good childhood in terms of games, you know? The GameCube had so many, like, star hits. And a fair bit of multiplats, too. So it's not like you could really complain that they didn't have, like, a ton of multiplats. They just didn't have the ones I really was looking forward to playing personally. Like, I was really interested in playing stuff like, Final Fantasy X. And, Final Fantasy XII was the big one I was like, I really want to play that game. And unfortunately, that did not happen at all. And thankfully, most of the games on the PS2 I wanted to play have been ported. There's like a couple. There's a couple that haven't. So, like, the PS3 sale is going to happen soon. So, like, there's a whole... Or not PS3 sale, I'm sorry. Did I think Sony was going to do a fucking sale? Yeah, silly me. I don't know what I was thinking either. But, like, basically, I kind of have stuff I want to buy off of the PlayStation Network before it disappears for good. It's not a ton of games, because most of them you could find, you know, they're not super rare or anything. So, like, it's like a couple Castlevania games and stuff like that. You know how it is. So I'm probably going to, like, hit up... I'm going to look on eBay, because I want these games physically. And then I'm also going to go on Amazon and see what I can do with that. But, that's something to handle in, like, the near future. Not, like, super near, though. Because it's, like, a couple Castlevania games and stuff. You know, mostly games that never got ported off. No, there's no PS5s for sale. Are you kidding me? I'm saying the PS2 games I want to get for PS2. Just to own working versions of them as collector's items. Because there's a ton of games that... Oh, shit. There's a ton of games that were just never ported to the PS3. Because they've always done, in every one of their consoles, they've always done, like, a PS3 sale. Or, I'm sorry, a PS2 game sale. How does PlayStation Plus work? Do you mean PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now? Because PlayStation Plus is you just subscribe to it and you can play online games. And you get like a free game every month or whatever they choose. PlayStation Now, which I really don't recommend, is basically like that you stream the game to your PlayStation. Like they play it on their servers and you stream it to your shit. And I just generally don't prefer it. I prefer playing my games locally where applicable. as long as you're a subscriber to PlayStation Plus, you keep the games that you're subscribed to on. Like, you don't lose them. Why am I doing this? Do they fly the same path every time? Yep. Yeah, like, PlayStation Now is something I know a couple of people do, right? Like, because not everyone has a PS3 or wants to buy a PS3. I just don't recommend it. I think it's kind of a very half-assed approach to it, especially in a console generation all about backwards compatibility. Like, maybe someday we'll get some level of backwards compatibility for the PS3, but today is not that day, and it's really kind of sad that they still have not at least done, like, PS3 backwards compatibility, because even Microsoft is doing 360 backwards compatibility, even with games that have re-releases. Like, that is one thing I will say about Microsoft, is that they genuinely kind of care about some things like that. Pirates? Yep. Totally. One thing I always wonder is, like, they beam down these dudes, but, like, that dude up there didn't really notice me at all. They're way toned down compared to their original versions. Like, this actually kind of looks like the original pirate design a lot more. Because they are supposed to have, like, claw hands. In Metroid Prime, they don't really have claw hands. I don't even know if PlayStation Now is still around, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I guess, but I never used it. Because any game I wanted to play on the PS3, I just had a PS3. I have 2 PS3s at this point. I plan to keep both of them, because you never know when you might need it. Alright, in a second here, you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna really quickly, I gotta do something. I'm gonna get to the temple. Oh no, do you have to fight a boss before you get to the temple? I think you do. Yeah, okay. I'll fight the boss, and then after that I gotta... Oh, not missable, just annoying. I actually really like this place. It's kind of cool. It's a very big arena. Here we go, my favorite boss theme. Everyone who's played this theme knows exactly what's cool about this theme. This is the Alpha Blog is coming to kick your ass, or the Boost Guardian is coming to kick your ass. Everyone had trouble with a different boss fight in this game, and it's actually really kind of like a cool story when you really consider this game unironically being the Dark Souls of Metroid games, you know? Excellent, thank you. You just stay close to him. I think you do. I'm on normal difficulty anyway. This shit is not gonna really hurt. Cool. Yeah, it's a shame that the store is probably closing down. It's a real shame that Sony just couldn't come out and say it either. Like, you have to have some random website report on it, which is good for them, I guess. They got a ton of traffic for that. But, like, I just feel like, you know, it's really kind of shitty. But this is just what Sony does. Like, they don't see... If you're not buying the latest shit, they kind of don't give a shit about whatever you're buying. Wouldn't be the first time they acted like this, so... Does it really surprise me? Not really. Not too much. One of my friends did bring up the good point that if you really want to play games, you might still be able to download them from the store. And then you could, like, put it on a USB drive and then boot it and install it using that. But that, like, defeats the whole purpose of having a console. Which is just that, you know, you don't have to do shit like that. Like, that's like a very PC-esque thing. And, like, while it's a cool option, you know, it just sucks. It sucks that so many games are just not going to be, like, playable on anything modern. When that has basically become the new standard, for the most part. Because for me, I missed out on a lot of PS3 games because I went with the Xbox, or rather, I already had the Xbox at the time. Oh, come on. Can you skip this? I think you can skip it after you see it once. Damn it. I don't think there's anything to scan here, right? Alright, cool. See, I'm gonna hit that up within the next, like, month or two. I already know what I'm looking for the most part. There's not really too much to tab through. Because, you know, most PS3 games are physical. I'd argue probably almost all of them are anyway, so... whatever. I feel like Nintendo is going to have the same problem in a little bit. Because what Nintendo's doing with, like, the Wii U games not being, like, playable and purchasable forward, it's kind of shitty. They have a big-ass virtual console and you can't play any of the games on the newer shit. That'll be fun. Someday. Oh, wait. Is there something to read here? Am I bugging? He gives you it and there's nothing to read. Okay. This thing is nothing, right? Nope. Alright, you can skip this? I'm like 99% certain. Yeah, you can. Okay. I'm about to start bugging out. I mean, you might save, like, only a couple of seconds, but whatever, right? I like how every of the Chozo boss fights in Metroid Prime 1 has, like, a different kind of War Wasp to scan, just because... They wasted zero time with that. What? Those things hit you? Are you serious? Fuck. Oh my god. That's evil. Yeah, I definitely want to play Metroid Fusion. Like, Metroid Fusion is like the perfect, like, short, like, you need your fix game. It's like the perfect amount of difficulty, the perfect amount of, like, struggling. It has everything. It's just like chef's kiss. Mwah. Beautiful. Perfection. Got him. Oh, he didn't die. Come on. Dudes are clowns. Oh, shit. Hi. Good times. Not the pirates. Oh no. Oh wow, these things are tankier than I remember. Oh shit. Kind of getting pieced up. Alright, I'm gonna do, what's tomorrow's stream? Is tomorrow Mario? God, I really hope I make good progress on Mario tomorrow. I'm sorry for not streaming for so many days. That's really bad of me. Some days I just genuinely don't feel like I can. I just don't want to. What I need to do is I need to start fucking recording again. Because I'm so far behind on so many playthroughs. So honestly, like, Nier will probably be the next game I finish. That's truth. And then I kind of want to go back to Fire Emblem as well. Because I'm getting somewhere with Fire Emblem. And I'm getting somewhere that I like with Fire Emblem, which is the better part. That's the most important thing. And after that, John Madden. Man, I like this game. I wish more games had this game's, like, aesthetic and UI, you know? Oh, I will beat myself up for not streaming, because I know I can, and I know I should, and I'm behind. And, like, if you want to grow a channel, like, you kind of have to, and I need to just, like, swallow the bitter pill and just do it. Because if I don't, like, because the only way I feel better is if I stream, or if I do something content-related. Because if I don't... Is this thing stuck in here? Oh no, it's the pill bugs. Oh shit. If I don't do anything content related, I feel bad because I know I could have done something and I didn't. And yeah, it's a lot of times it's just forcing myself to do it, which is totally healthy. And I don't mind. Like I'm not even shitposting. It's actually very good for me to do it because I feel like I accomplished something. Like when I play those 5-hour sessions of Final Fantasy VII, I'm like, wow, that is such a cool game. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII, I'm like, wow, I did something today that I was really happy about. And, you know, it makes me feel good about it. Like, right now, am I going to stream for 5 hours? That's actually a good point I wanted to bring up. I might start streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, that might be a thing. So that way, if I want to go for, like, 4 hours, I can. Except on days where I have to play Raid. If I have Raid, it'll be 9. So, like, Tuesdays, Thursdays are pretty much still going to be 9. Oh, shit. Anyway. But yeah, like, some days I just feel like I have to, and I need to. I genuinely feel good when I do. It's a Pavlovian response, you know? The YouTube channel and the Twitch channel will not grow if I do nothing. Like, if I just do nothing, they'll never grow. But if I at least do something, I can at least say I'm at least trying something, right? That's why, like, I had, Graphics OG was so nice enough to make another layout. I'm gonna use that for the other channel. And, you know, I wanna make... I have good ideas for content. Like, I was literally in the shower. I was literally in the shower, and I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I, like, did a video about some of my favorite games? And then I had that thought again, like, recently. The first time I had it was literally, like, 3 years ago at this point. And then this time around, I'm like, oh, shit, wouldn't it be cool if I did that again? And, like, actually did it. So I actually started writing a script for something. I don't think you can scan this. I think you just walk in, yeah. I was like, this is such a cool idea. I should totally do more of this. We did the Bomb Guardian, right? Yeah. Jump Guardian as well. What time is it? I actually don't even know. I haven't charged my phone. Would you believe I actually went out today and I legitimately forgot my phone? Like, some people can't function like that, and I was like, damn, I forgot it. That really sucks. And then I totally was fine. That was my exact line of thinking. I was like, damn, if I was some people, I would really be up shit's creek right now. Not to make fun of my fellow millennials and zoomers, but y'all a little crazy with that. Circadian rhythm, what's that? What I actually used to do as a kid, and I'm sure I said this on the Prime 2 playthrough, is I would literally sit in these to heal. Because you can infinitely heal as many energy tanks as you need. So I would literally just sit in these, you know? And just heal the whole time. Good times, man. Simpler times. The world was a much simpler place when I was 10, playing this game for the first time. I thought this game was like otherworldly next level, and it still kind of is pretty good. I think the control scheme definitely fits it way better. Control scheme, the ratio is better. Is this also a save room? Yeah. Alright, cool. We're pretty much on like a linear path at the start here. I forget where we're going. I don't think we go over there. No, I think we might actually. Could you not? Could you please fuck off? Is this like an actual one? Yeah, here we go. I got this is just like a boss in and of itself. What? You do have to dodge for this. Alright. Not too terrible. These things are actually a one-time, I think, as well. Because when you get the dark suit, they no longer show up. Because you don't need them anymore, really. Yeah, this game, for anyone who doesn't know, this game when it first came out was like considered to be like an incredibly difficult game. It wasn't nearly as casual as Metroid Prime 1 was. Like Metroid Prime 1 got hard at the end. This game kind of gets hard very, very early on. In fact, this is actually a boss fight right here, this early on. So maybe I'll heal a little bit, just in case. Oh shit! There you go. I remember having my wave bird and like using this while I would like go eat or something just so I could heal. Because you won't always find crystals. Crystals actually get really rare towards the end of the game. Alright, let's try it. It can't be that hard, right? It's just like an alternate warrioring, basically. Ah, shit, I didn't get it. I think you use the crystal to, like, block some of those beams. I fucked it up. No. I think the reason why the Boost Guardian gets so much, like, critique and hate is because unlike this fight, the Boost Guardian does not let you regenerate health passively, pretty much. There's no crystal in the Boost Guardian arena. Famously, one of the developers had to use debug mode because he could not beat it. One of my favorite pieces of lore for this game. He had to, I think he had to debug menu it. I hate this dude. Can you not? Can you not and just die, please? Please? See, I hate that I'm in a good mood today, man. I always have the worst days to be in a good mood. Jump Guardian defeated. Got some spring in your step. I think actually now we just leave. I think we actually just leave now. There's nothing else to do here. You just run around what you've already seen and you leave. Alright, cool. Right? Let's look around. There's no crime in that. I think this leads to the temple. I don't even know if we can do anything in the temple at this point. Yeah. Actually, no. We could get the first key. First key is like literally right in here. Yeah. I think they fixed the what was it? The Sanctuary Temple key skip that you could do. There's a skip that you could do in Sanctuary Temple where you can, I think you have to like perch on something, double jump and screw attack, and you can hop right over the Sanctuary Temple door. Or I forget what it's called, the Ing Hive door, meaning that I don't think you need to get any of the keys to do it. And since the boss fight, and since there's not really like a ton of stuff to get in Sanctuary Fortress, like you could just do that and pretty much get away scot-free. There's like no penalty to it. And we can't open that. Can't open that. Oh, shit. I'm in a spot of trouble. That's a little bad. That was a little bad. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. This is like really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. That's like really bad. Holy shit. That's really bad to me. Wow. I can't believe I didn't die there. That's incredible. That's actually incredible. I don't even think I can make it back to the portal with this little health. I actually think I'm fucked. I have to sit here. Wow. Oh my god. Oh shit. I gotta keep it steady. So, how was your day? I hope it was good. I cannot believe I almost died this early in the fucking game. Wow. That's incredible. That's like peak performance out of me. How much is in this room that I need to do, honestly? I don't think I need to do anything, right? I think I'm fine. Yeah, that right there, you saw it. Wait, how much does this restore? 60? 50? Oh, these are new to this game. Might even be new to the port, honestly, because I don't remember seeing them before. How was your day? Alright, cool. I think you could scan these. I don't think it has to be like the random portals. Yep. Light portal. Sometimes it's actually good to fight in Dark Aether, because you can basically heal any damage for free as long as you're willing to sit around long enough. That's why I generally don't mind it. Sometimes it's actually advantageous to sit around, you know? Because you can't heal in normal Aether. So, what the hell? Yeah, I just want to scan it. We're not going back. That's what I mean, like, this game is completely different from Prime 3. And I think that's just my biggest problem, is that it's just so different from... Did I get it? Yeah, I did. It's so different compared to Prime 3. It's almost like not even the same game. Like, at all. Not even the same series. They're never gonna make Metroid Prime 4. We don't deserve another Prime game. Alright, cool. My day was just trying to find something productive to do. That's fair enough. I actually went shopping today for food. It was nice. Maybe I got some sweets. We didn't get cake icing because I actually want to bake 2 cakes. I don't know how much. I don't know how much. If like, I think 1 box of cake batter is equal to 1 cake. I'm pretty sure. But I want to learn how to bake cakes because baking is actually kind of hard for me. And there were no cakes, or there was no icing, unfortunately. So that's what I'm going to do soon, in the foreseeable future. Because I already kind of cook a lot of stuff. I just want to bake cakes. Because I already have the powdered sugar to go on top. I got a little bit of brown sugar to throw on top as well. I just need vanilla icing, damn it. I love vanilla icing. Vanilla cakes are the best. Chocolate is for degenerates. Alright, we're skipping that. We have no reason to fight it. Can we read this? Wait. What the hell do you get from this? When I become a baker or chef? Because I am not that good at it. Holy shit. I appreciate your support. I'm not doing that. Oh wow, you could break this? This must not lead to anything, right? Because I know there's the big... Yeah, it's the map room. There's a big room back here, which is where you get something. It might be super missile or something. But you come back here later, and it's like a drill that you need to have working or whatever. And plus, I don't want to... I can cook for myself, because when I cook for myself, I like, you know, I can do whatever, because I'm the one that's going to eat it. I don't want to cook for other people and have to adhere to standards. What kind of shit is this? The way I cook for myself. Let's do some ghetto cooking over here. I always cook for, like, 3. The hard part is not eating for 3. Fuck it. This isn't so bad once you get used to it, but this is not my default position at all for the Wiimote, and I don't think there's a way to reset it for this game. Alright, cool. Plus, I just learned to cook because I like to eat. And, like, I'm not rich enough to have someone cook for me. Plus, I'd rather just cook myself anyway. You know, it's nice to just be able to say, hey, my food is ready when I want it. It's made how I want it to be made. And the only person I have to blame for it is myself. Because one of the things that my family always did, that would always annoy the shit out of me, is they would heat food up, and they would heat it to the point that it's like super fucking heated, and there's no way you can eat it that hot. Like, it's just not possible. I remember that distinctly from when I was a kid. And I hated that. I'm like, why the hell would you heat up food so hot you can't even eat it? You'd burn yourself. And then they expect you to sit there and wait for it to cool the fuck down. So you'd be sitting there for like 10 minutes for the instant it becomes edible to immediately eat it. And I'm like, well, why, if you want me to eat the food, why the hell you gotta heat it up so much? It makes no sense. My family did a lot of things that don't make any fucking sense. Don't emulate my family, ever. Makes no goddamn sense at all. This isn't research, is it? Nope, we already know what this is. Like, some people refer to microwaves as nuking your food. Yeah, they did it a little literally. Like, I get you don't want to have cold food, but man, that shit was ridiculous. Oh, they're up there? I thought you died. Alright. They enter the turrets. This is the only time to scan these turrets, by the way. At some point, they enter the turrets. Here it is. You can only scan these things when someone's in it. There you go. And obviously on single player mode, only, you know, you can't really do too much with it. It's really kind of crazy. They developed a full multiplayer mode for this game that will only be usable in split screen. That's kind of crazy, in my opinion. Oh man, I wish I had a good chair. My back is killing me. So yeah, I'm not gonna play this too often, I'll be honest with you. I just really had a hankering to play it today, you know? I just particularly really wanted to play Metroid Prime 2. So maybe this will be one of the streaming games I do. Oh shit. This will be one of the reoccurring streaming games for the next like couple of weeks or whatever. I know that we talked about Final Fantasy 13, so that might be another one that gets the special treatment. I don't particularly plan to stream 14 unless we're doing the new patch. Wait, wasn't there something? No, shut up. Go away. Damn it. Oh, and they locked this. I never knew that. Wow. Ah, look at all this. Pirate data. There's not a lot of pirate data in this game, admittedly. They kind of toned it down in this game compared to Metroid Prime 1, but that's also because the pirates aren't really like a major part of this game, like they are in Metroid Prime 1. There we go. Aether. Dark Aether. Oops. Hi. Oh, crap. Do you have to scan that in this game? I don't think you do. Oh, shit. Look at this. Next gen. You could see that in the trailer somewhere. Damn it. How truly tragic. We're actually coming up to the first Dark Samus fight. In my opinion, the highlight of the game. If I could really say anything about this game, it's that it opens really strongly. And, like, Torvus Bog isn't a bad portion. It just feels like Torvus Bog is, like, the longest portion of this game by far. Like, if you've ever played this game, you know that Torvus Bog has, like, some of the longest segments in the game. In fact, that one segment with the Grapple Guardian, I think, or the Alpha Blog, I'm sorry, is like basically like one of the longest segments in the game. I think there's something under here if you go the other way. Is there an other way, or am I bugging? Yeah, here we go. Oops. And I like this game a lot, don't get me wrong, but you know, Sanctuary Fortress, in my opinion, is one of the coolest areas, not only in a Metroid game, but also just in an action-adventure game like this at all. And that's why I really like this game so much. Is like, yeah, Torvus and Agon Wastes might be kind of typical, you know. I mean, maybe Agon's a little more unique because it's a desert, and you didn't have that in Metroid Prime 1, other than Chozo Ruins, I guess, but those are more ruins than desert. Like, what's up? Torvus Bog is just kind of like Talon Overworld a little bit. Nothing wrong with it, but you know where the meat is, you know? No, you don't, bitch. Damn, they did get away. Okay. Oh, here we go. Not you. I think you could let these guys out. Can you? I guess not. Okay. I'm trying to do all the weird stuff, honestly. I think they explain the reason that they're red in this game is because of the atmosphere. Because Talon Metroids are just smaller anyway. I think part of it is because they like fast-track their development. I can't really remember all the lore details. I'm good. See you later, homie. Alright, here we go. Kind of want to play Mass Effect 1 as well. That's just because the Legendary Edition's coming out and I want to get the Platinum on PlayStation. That'll be like the next set of Platinums I get. Oh, here we go. I remember this. The Jet Troopers. They're kind of more bootleg in this game, if I remember correctly. Like, they're not nearly as ridiculous as they used to be. But in fairness, your weapon choice in this game is a little bit more limited because of the ammo system. Ideally, you want to hit them with the Dark Beam, but the Dark Beam is just way too slow with projectiles. That's the biggest problem with it. Trying to hit anything with it to freeze it is too much unless you barrel stuff it. Alright, I see what we gotta do. I'm a big brain. Alright, sweet. Let's get out of here. My doctor made the comment ultimately that if nothing pans out and helps my jaw, I'll have to have joint surgery, physical therapy, and a mouth guard to prevent grinding, as well as learning to de-stress are the only ways I can prevent myself going to surgery. Oh, you're saying, okay, physical therapy and a mouth guard. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, at least hopefully you can avoid surgery of any kind, especially oral surgery at this exact moment in time. That would be, like, very helpful. Not you. This. And this again. That would be like peak performance, honestly, Ash. I'll be completely real with you. Yesterday I beat Chapter 9. I beat Yeah, dude, I was stuck on Barthandelus for ages. That was actually where I originally, like, kind of quit the game. Because they didn't specify that fighting him is a DPS check. Nowhere do they say that you have to keep hitting him to stagger him. So I was like, oh, maybe you just buckle down, or maybe you just grind, and I fucking hate 13. That's good, though. That's good that you beat him and you weren't stuck on him for, like, half a year like I was. Back when I kind of stopped caring about the game. I was like, wow, this game really fucking sucks, and it doesn't get much better. Thankfully, the game gets worse. Unfortunately for you, the game gets worse. Wait till you get to the big turtle fight. The big turtle fight is probably the most trollsy fight in the entirety of the game series. It's so completely luck-based if you do well. I'm lagging. What did I say? I said that that's good. If you definitely want to avoid having oral surgery. So if you can, I don't know, use the mouth guard and the physical therapy to avoid having jaw surgery, especially in, you know, the middle of a fucking pandemic, that would be really awesome. That would be, like, ideal, in my opinion, for you. So I'll be praying for your continued success, honestly. This is so much nicer when you don't have to wait for bombs to go off. Oh, no you don't, bitch. And Barthandelus sucks. It's not even a hard fight. You just need to know it's a DPS check. No one would ever tell you that. They pretend like it's a fucking MMO. I hate that game so much. You could have DPS checks in single player games. Let's be real. Like, there's a reason why there's DPS checks in video games, and they're specifically for MMOs, so that way they're, you know, you're actually doing something to the boss. They're not just, you know, you can have a defined fight structure because the fight is only so long. By putting a limit on how long you can fight, there is, by definition, fight structure. Did I scan these? Yeah, I did. If the fight just lasted forever, what incentive would you have to, you know, play better, do better? Is this missile? Boy, I'm really lucky that I have enough missiles for this. Alright. This is the hype moment, people. This is what everyone loves about this game. This is what I love about this game. It's just his one attack that he charges. Really, every fight in that game, you pretty much fail on its... unless you have a guide or something. You pretty much fail every fight in the game up front. Just because you need to know what paradigms you need to do well in it. And that's why I hate the game, because you don't actually, like, really learn anything, you know? He's just like, oh, well, this time I need this time I need that. And, like, 6 is cool, but you can't adapt them on the fly. This is one of my favorite cutscenes, by the way. I'm sorry I talked over it. Fucking cool, dude. Sometimes she just charges at you, though, and that's the one thing that's annoying. Like that. Just to do that, and I don't really know any way out of it. You could tell normal mode. Like, no, it's not really just the damage, it's just the fact that, like, the bosses have no health on normal mode. There you go. Here's your raid mechanic. See, like, sometimes I just feel like he has nothing else to do, so he just kind of, like, lunges at you. Basically, the pillar in the middle of the room is the only thing that's safe. Everything else is kind of free. He didn't shoot the thing that much. Okay, cool. Well, this was kind of free. That was incredibly free. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing this on normal, honestly. Maybe if it's your first time, but like, I get that it's harder on veteran, but it really isn't that hard, maybe. It's really just that the boss health is so low, you don't even really get to like have a full boss fight with them. But otherwise their damage is kind of ridiculous. So, I mean, it's a give and take. You either have very short boss fights or the game is really, really challenging and punishing. I mean, this might be still easier than the GameCube version just by virtue of Spring Ball and free aim. Like, those alone probably make it more than enough, really. Okay, cool. Hey, look, we can get the thing now. Yay. You're never gonna use this. You're gonna use it to open doors and I think just a couple of enemies, just because it's really good on them. This is like your filler beam if you want to shoot something and maybe freeze it. That's why it's really like my least favorite beam in any of the games. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Shoot this. Yeah. Is there a portal here now? No. Okay. I think just pressing plus returns you to the power beam. You fired directly downward, you piece of shit. Like, I don't mind a light beam ammo system and a dark beam ammo system. I just think they're not great systems. I got a lightning, a level 10 Blazefire Saber, and Saz for both. Yeah, Saz is actually, like, low-key really good in that game. I actually got rid of Hope. My final team was Saz, Lightning, and Fang. And I would just play as Saz and just buff them the whole time, and then just have them go at it. And actually, that was a very surprisingly good comp. I never used Vanilla or Snow, ever. Because, like, Snow is good at, like, Sentinel, Commando, and I think Synergist or something. And Vanilla is good at, like, Saboteur, Medic, and Ravager. And, like, this is why I like 13's battle system, but also why I think it's trash. Is because, like, the roles make sense. Oh, shit. Alright, good thing you're bad at this. Can I just skip these guys? I don't want to fight them. Ah! Okay. Why am I gonna fight them? Like, seriously. Basically, we're just backtracking to the original room in the command center, and then we're gonna use that to get to the Dark World. But yeah, no, like, that's kind of why I want to replay that game on PS3 this time. Because, one, I won't have to swap discs, and I'm lazy as fuck. And two, I haven't played it in over a decade. And three, you guys asked for it, so I kind of should stream it. Out of the way! No, you don't. Fuckers think I'm gonna fight these things. No, I'm not. Goodbye. I don't care if you bust out of the fucking glass. There's turrets here. There are always turrets here. Okay. What is this? Oh. Where's the other ones? Oh, one of these is a grenadier. There you go. This is new. Sweet. Yeah, no, legitimately, if there was one playthrough I would recommend, it would be this one. I think that's really what, I think that's really what I would say. there was any playthrough I could have someone watch of mine, it would probably be like this one or Metroid Prime 1. I don't really know what my best work is. I could only speculate on what I think some of my best playthroughs are. Now, whether or not they are my best playthroughs, I mean, that's entirely subjective. It's up to the person in question. Oh, look, they got slaughtered as soon as they got through. This is my favorite room in the game. So if you shoot this, you darken the beacon, which is research. You could do the same thing to crystals. And, like, I'm sure every paradigm is viable in that game. The problem just becomes, like, some are just not worth doing. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is that some paradigms just simply are not worth using, unless there's, like, a really niche usage for them. And that's the thing, like, because that game did so poorly, like, there wasn't, like, a ton of, like, not fan whatever, but you know what I mean, like, not a lot of people really talked about it. It was hard to find resources and people willing to, like, sit through the monstrosity that is Final Fantasy 13. I'm sure, like, there's game facts guides. There's always game facts guides for, like, any game ever. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not really worth it to most people. You know? I really wanted to like the game, too. Oh, you think there's not much left? There's a ton left. I don't know what you're talking about. Chapter 11 is literally the longest chapter in the game, for no reason other than they wanted to have some amount of replayability in the chapter. That is literally it. That is the only reason Chapter 11 is that long. They realized too late into the game's development that being unable to free roam is, like, legitimately a bad thing. Because it means you can never grind. And the game was probably shorter than they were comfortable with releasing, so they added Chapter 11 into the game. You think you're done. That's funny. I mean, story-wise, you're correct. Story-wise, there really isn't that much left for the game. Gameplay-wise, there's a ton. Like, a lot. In fact, I'd argue that the majority of the gameplay you have in front of you, or the majority of the gameplay in the game, is in front of you. Which is why I would say do not 100% that game. Just beat it and move on. Don't even try. It's not worth it. It's not really a good game to begin with. It's a good game world, it's not a very good game. There's so much potential to, like, explore Pulse and all this shit, and they just fucking ruined it all. It was not nearly that great. I think this is the first Warrior Ing that tries to possess in the game. Basically, if he does get on you, I think you can block him. Yeah, see? It says symbiotic possession attempt failed. Gosh. And basically the actual lore reason behind it is because you have the big beam of light, the translator module. Ing can't possess you. Because this is the first time in the game that they actually try to. And they try, I think, later in the game. But this is like the one specific moment in the game where it's like, wow, why have the Ing never tried to possess Samus? You know, it seems like a logical thing, and it's because you have the translator module. Otherwise, yeah, this would be a very short game, actually. Unless they want to, you know, do some, like, weird, like, well, the Chozo suit protects you, but they won't. Metroid and lore are two things that kind of don't really go hand in hand. What makes me most proud is I've now beaten Astro Protoflorian, Ushmugul, Subjugator, and Barthandel. Yeah, but the worst is in front of you. I'm gonna stand that. I'm telling you, the worst is in front of you. Not to rain on your parade, but it truly is. I think you have to scan this? No. There's something you scan for this. Now remember, that was like one of the things I missed, is like there's a version of this that you can scan. I don't remember what it is. Alright, cool. Save room. That's why I beat that game and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go back and do all the stuff for it, and I never did. And then I played 13-2 and I was like, you know, I beat this. Maybe I'll go back and do all the stuff and buy all the DLCs. Never did. And then at least Lightning Returns, I'd argue, well, since they have an actual New Game Plus in Lightning Returns, I would actually want to do it. But I never went back to it because that was 2014, and after that it was just playthrough, 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 playthrough. And I think most of you guys know all about that, you know? That's just, oh, this is bad, this is bad. Doesn't hurt as badly as before. But yeah, like, that was the general gist of my playthrough, was like a bunch of playthroughs from like 2014 to 2017. Are there Metroids in this room? I forget. I don't even remember. I'll be honest with you. I find it really funny, though, that, like, most of the stuff for that game got reused for Final Fantasy IV A Realm Reborn. Like, even into Heaven's Ward. No, scratch that. Even into Shadowbringers, some of the stuff from 13 has been resalvaged into new enemies and bosses. And I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and blame them. I mean, Lord knows Final Fantasy reuses enemies. A lot of games do. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I wouldn't even hold it against them. But I just find it funny that, like, it goes from a failed game into, like, basically one of the things that makes them a lot of money right now. Lord knows. I mean, like, 15 made him a ton of money. Everybody played 15. Just 15 was not that good, in my opinion. I did not like 15. And it has New Game Plus and stuff, and I just have no desire to ever play 15 again. The open world stuff is cool. Like, as an open world sandbox style game, 15 is actually like a really fun game. If the game was all that, and it really isn't. It has the same problem Phantom Pain ended up having, which is that if it was only just open world bullshit, it would be good. I think you have to scan these now. I don't know if they ever come back. If it was only actually just that, it would be good. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I've never fallen here. You take, like, super damage there. That was kind of bad. I've never fallen in that room in my life. Yeah, I think it's this room. You're supposed to scan something, and I didn't. I think this was the last scan I was missing in the playthrough. I was like, huh. I mean, I've come this... Is this Ingstorm? No. I've come this far in the game. Might as well get 100% scans, right? The only thing is that 100% scans just unlocks, like, concept art. It doesn't actually get you the what's it called? It doesn't actually get you the secret ending. Because, yeah, all the Prime games have secret endings. Which is funny, because Prime 3 has a secret ending, and they are literally making a sequel to it, and it is in development hell. And I think I even said on the podcast, if this was Zelda, they would never have it suffer this much. Here we go. I think that stays like that for the whole game, and that's why I was scared. I was scared that because I didn't scan it before I shot it, it would be screwed up forever. Oh, god damn it. Okay. But no, you can actually come back later and light it, and then it rises again. The game community are like, I beat on my first try. Why? Because it's worth celebrating if you could beat anything in that game on your first try after the tutorial. Because sometimes you just go in and you just legitimately have, like, the wrong setup, and there's not anything you could do about it. It might have been the right setup to get you through the area, but it's the wrong setup to beat it. And that's the one thing I hate about it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to really quickly do something. Do I have the BRB? Oh, crap. I don't. What? How do I not have this? On this one. There you go. Alright, I will be, like, turboing back in a minute. I kicked the shit out of my foot on the way back. Oh, jeez. Okay. This chair is so screwed. I'm gonna head out soon, methinks. Yeah, that's partially why I want to roll the stream timer up. Because I feel like... What time is it right now? Like 11-ish, give or take? Yeah, like, I feel like I kind of want to be done at around 11. Oh, crap, I didn't switch to the actual video game that I'm playing. Kind of want to be done at, like, around 11. As opposed to, you know, just getting more or less warmed up around that time. There you go. So now the game tells you if you defeat enemies with the opposite beam, you get more ammo. Which is great until you realize that, like, everything in the game is only really weak to light beam. So therefore that doesn't really work too well. Wait, what kills this? The light beam will be able to disrupt and destroy... What? I just shot it. That is such bullshit. I never scanned these? Oh, shit. That's kind of bad of me. But yeah, that's why I think I'm going to move the stream time forward. At least, if I'm going to have a serious streaming day, it's going to be, like, not this late. I think that now would be, like, ending stream times, really. There you go. I think that's it, right? No, actually. There's a lot of places we can go. I hate that I don't know how to use the map. There we go. I can't open that. I mean, sure, I could see what I can do. Oh shit, it's the Reaper Vines. Just renamed, and I don't really have time to, like, mess around with them. They're, like, very finicky with how you can hit them. Hitboxing them is kind of weird. Because, like, I know for tomorrow, I definitely want to get on Mario, and I want to play Mario, like, as soon as possible. Yeah, this thing totally gets sucked into the ground, by the way. As if. As if you're gonna just walk over and take it. I think you have to scan those things. I don't think they appear again, maybe. It's worth a look. I can't. My shit. I hate the Wiimote. Alright, cool. 40% of all logbook. Oh, don't worry. It gets worse. We are not at Torvis yet. Torvis is some of the most ridiculous fucking scans in the game, man. You have no idea. I actually really like the color scheme for the light beam. So really what you do is you wound something enough that you could kill it with the dark beam, because the dark beam will always have too much ammo. It's really dumb, but whatever. This is just the beam system that they give you. See, oh my god. Give me a break. See if I can one-tap him with this and move on. Excellent, thank you. And this is why I just generally don't use any beams other than the power beam anyway. Not like we're really in any trouble here. The second they latch onto you inside of a safe zone, they have to let go anyway, so it's not like it's really like a super big deal to begin with. If you're not in a safe zone, they just stay on you until you do get in a safe zone. Or power bomb, probably. I don't know. So I wonder what's in the feeding pit. Is this the third Sky Temple key? Am I bugging? I feel like we have everything now, right? Yes. What was the second Sky Temple key? I don't even remember. I'm sorry, these are not Sky Temple keys. I take that back. That is a spoiler. Whoops. Yeah, so you're actually supposed to come in from the up top. But in my case, it kinda didn't matter. So I guess I'm a little grateful that it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Idiot. Let's see. Can I go back over here? Well, obviously I can. Very nice. One. Is this a reach? Yeah, it's just a recharge. There's some beam ammo stuff. You actually kind of have to find them. I have to look it up. I know there's one in Agon Wastes, in the room I was just in, actually has it when you go in the turrets. And then there's another, I think you have to come back to this room anyway. Because I think the portal out is over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here it is. And then there's another in Sanctuary Temple. I don't really remember where they are. I think there might be one in every world. I feel like Torvis has one, but you can only get it at like the ass end of the game, which is again why Torvis. I hate Torvis, man. That is the most unique part of the game, for sure. Yeah, I don't think I can get over there. Yeah, that's the big place you go across. Yep. Can't open that. Oh, there's a dark beam door. Why didn't I open that before? I mean, but basically the only thing that we can do here is go back. Now we can open this instead of having to walk around the long way, which helps. You don't scan this, right? Nope. Gotta love it. I'm definitely recording something for tomorrow. That's for sure. And there will be a podcast episode this week as well. Other than that, I mean, I'm keeping it pretty simple. There's not a ton of stuff I have planned. I'm going to focus on Nier and Final Fantasy as I should have done months ago, if not years ago, at this rate. So if you're interested in those two, that's going to be my primary projects for the next, like, week or so. Now, where's the dark room over here? I'm sorry, where? Oh god, they're free. Oh no, it's the little baby ones. Oh shit, I love them. These things are cute. They are literally too young to actually latch onto you, so I think they only can ram you. Yeah, see? Although apparently it fucks with the elevator. They are literally too young to latch on. Okay. Talon Metroids might literally be a different breed from Zabizian Metroids. I don't know the complete lore breakdown for it off the top of my head. They almost pushed me into the laser. Hi. We're skipping this anyway. I mean, this still plays pretty well, even with all the problems with the Wiimote. Even when it's not centered, it's still pretty okay. Alright, so here's what you do. Yeah, you shoot something over here, I believe. That causes this to fall down, which will let you get up. There you go. We shoot that. And then we shoot this. And basically, that allows us to access the whole room. And you know you're doing well when these dudes show up. You can literally use the turret against them. I don't know if you die if you're in the turret and it runs out of health. And that would be something to look up. Because I actually don't know if you do. Because in multiplayer, you die if the turret runs out of health. Yep, see, that's our first beam upgrade. There's also a Sky Temple key in this room? No way. I gotta look up where all this stuff is. I don't know this game as much off the top of my head. There's always a couple of things that I forget when I replay some of these games, and I just never remember them. Which one's that? Seeker Missile. That's it. So we're actually just up to the boss. Like that's just a thing now, where we are up to the boss of this area. So I guess maybe we'll stop here. If I go to the Dark World, yeah, the nearest save point is like back over here. I mean, not much you could do about that. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll go back to the Dark World, we'll save, and then that'll be it for this session. And then next session when we play, we'll finish this area. We go back to Torvus Bog, which lets us go revisit some earlier areas. And after that, I mean, Torvus Bog will take at least 2 streams. I could not see it taking less than 2, probably 3 streams to do everything in, because there's just a ton of shit to do in it. It is no small joke to say that it probably is one of the longest segments in a Metroid game. Because this game has actually the fewest areas in any Metroid Prime game. Technically, you could argue that the Dark World is like double the areas. I kind of don't really think so, because for the most part, they're just kind of the same rooms. I mean, yeah, they are, but they also aren't. You know what I mean? Like, you know. No, you don't. I don't think scanning a deactivated bomb slot does anything for you. I always thought this was one of the cooler cutscenes, too. I mean, I could just fight the boss real quick. Could just do that, and then we're done. In the next session, we don't have to fight fucking Amorbus, which would kind of be annoying, admittedly. I don't think you could get more health kits than this. I think there's only one more energy tank between here and the Boost Guardian. I think that's why the Boost Guardian is so infamous in this game, because you have to fight him at such a low health pool compared to like how difficult he actually is. That's why they added basically normal mode, which is like weaker mode for this game. Resident Evil did this too as well. Like, they didn't want people to feel like they were getting completely slammed playing Resident Evil's remake. So they're like, we added a difficulty setting. And I'll save it for next time. I think we played enough. We got it. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Because then we could get the dark suit. I gotta remember how to fight him in the first place. That'll be easy. Oh no, I might actually lose. Oh no, the absolute horror. How will humanity ever recover? Actually, let's go in here. Is this a Sky Temple key room? Come on, give me... No, oops. I'm doing the wrong thing. Basically, there's no way out of this. So you come back, you turn around, you're like, oh, look, that's cool. Very nice. I don't particularly want to fight these guys. As I said, the Lightbringers are gone now. They don't particularly stay around for too long. I think what I have to do is, before I get into the boss room, I kind of have to, like, sit around and regenerate a little bit of health, because you do kind of need it. They don't re-heal you before you get into it. It's not really great to go in missing a full energy tank of health, as I'm sure needs no introduction. It makes no sense to do that. Alright. Yeah, it's nothing. The clip for this is actually really cool to watch. That was one of the earlier YouTube videos I saw too, I believe. There's just someone actually playing this game and just like jumping right over the shit. I gotta wait this long. Man, that's the one thing about this game, is that if you're in a save point, you kind of just have to sit here. That's truly unfortunate. I really wish you could play this game with, like, the Wii Classic controller. Oh, shit. Damn it. There you go. I really wish you could play this game with the Wii Classic controller, because I actually think it would really improve it if you could have just, like, actual normal controls with it. But I don't think you could play, like, almost any game with it, and that's what really sucks about Wii games. It's that, and, like, Pikmin 1 and 2 would be, like, really awesome to play with the classic controller, and you just can't. I'm so disappointed by it. Can you? Oh, crap. Let's see. Nope. Wiimote only. Very nice. Thank you. That's so nice. I actually have a Wikipedia list for this. Oh, that's terrible. Wow, Sonic and the Secret Rings is a GameCube controller option, but it's only for party mode. What a bunch of assholes. They like hit it for most of these games. Wow, this sucks. Oh, hold on. I didn't sort it properly. Here we go. Let's see. Castlevania Judgment? Why have I never heard of this game ever? Budokai Tenkaichi. GoldenEye 007 actually can use it. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Because I had a lot of connectivity with it. Kirby's Dream Collection. I mean, I'm already down past Metroid, so the answer to that is no, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Mario Kart Wii can. I don't think I might own Mario Kart Wii now. Yeah, GameCube controller can be used for Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. That's cool. The GameCube ports of those games can. Yeah, not Pikmin. That sucks. That really is tragic. I kind of hate that. All right, we're fully healed. Sonic Colors can also use it. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna save this because there's a lot of games on here I didn't think you could use this stuff for. Let me look really quickly through this. You could use it for that Spyro game, the emo one. Yeah, this sucks. Oh well. Whatever. It's kind of unfortunate. That's just how it is. Wii games, this is why I hate the Wii. The Wii is truly like one of the worst things ever. Alright. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's how it is. I did not know you could use it on... I knew you could use it on Resident Evil 4. I just wasn't sure how. You just have to have nothing connected to the Wiimote. Otherwise, it prioritizes it. Alright, that's good to know. I'm never going to use it. Like, everyone's really split on whether the PS3 or the Wii version is the best version of Resident Evil 4. I personally think it's the Wii version. I think the aiming is really good for it. Where is he? Oh, oops, I didn't even see him. Wow, that was a fuck ton of health. Dude, it's not registering my Wiimote at all. What the fuck? Alright, I need to, like, not be in the way of that at all. You. Yeah, it's when it connects, you could scan it again. What do you do to hit this? Targets gain armor, beam weapons, and regenerative powers infused to Dark Sphere. Weak spot within mouth. Okay. Oh yeah, it gives the suck. His mouth is actually considered a safe spot, which is pretty cool. A resounding Ayo in the distance. That's gotta hurt. Damn, that's a lot of damage. I think they start firing beams in unison. Yeah. You could just jump over it. No, not really, but whatever. Is it worth getting into Morph Ball and dodging it? Not particularly. Think about how perfect it would be to play some of these games with, like, pro controls, you know? That would be like a dream come true. Oh shit, that's a full health. It's a full heal. We more than good right now. I'm stuck. Oh fuck. That's ridiculous. That guy just busts off a whole bunch of armor all at once. Kinda hit it. I don't know if that's good enough. Yep. I see, it goes close and then far. Okay. I can live with that. And it switches, you piece of shit. What? Yeah, that one, obviously. How did you know? I don't know why busting its face makes it want to do that, but I mean, it works. It's basically like Flagra again. Like maybe slightly faster. Wiimote, please. Wiimote. Thank you. Jesus. I don't think you can scan this. No. Yay. I'm trying to remember what Torvis Bog's big boss is. Oh yeah, it's the Chaika. That, like, the multi-stage bosses that have, like, 5 scans in the boss fight. Alright, cool. This is the actual version of where are her organs. Because fitting inside the dark suit, I think they found out, is like probably impossible for a normal human. It's hard to unsee after that too, which is the other part I'm kind of annoyed at. They really don't design these suits around, like, being something a human could wear first, and then, like, everything else afterwards. Which is kind of what I like about Other M. That's one of the few things. I feel like it's fair enough to say that, like, Other M and Fusion both probably have the most realistic suit designs. To their credit, it's mostly because of the fact that in Fusion, you're pretty much down to next to nothing. It's like basically like the bare minimum of a power suit. And then in Other M, they obviously wanted to have the whole Samus transforms thing be a major thing because I don't know why, they just did. They do a lot of questionable decisions in Other M that I'm not really a super huge fan of, but whatever. My current game time for 13 is 19 hours, chapters 1 to 10. Yeah, chapter 11 specifically is meant to be the time sink. They basically open you up, and there's just, you can't kill anything. It's very hard. You're at the bottom of the food chain. And in some games, that's a cool, like, you know, phrasing for, you know, a narrative setup and a good gameplay setup for you to do some real grinding and stuff. In that game, it just ends up being a nuisance that you have to deal with, because all of the work you've done up until that point kind of means nothing. Because, again, the game is really just, like, it's just really bad. That's all it is. There's not 5 ways to split it. It's just a really bad game. That's all. This is kind of a really shitty game, not gonna lie. Not like trying to hate too much on them, but you know, they could do way better, because I know they did better, because 12 is a way better game. 12 is like half the shit that 13 has in terms of like performance and everything, and is just flat out a way better game. Cool. See ya. Hot Pursuit. Alright, we are literally just going back to the portal room. Does the Blazefire Saber even matter at level 10? I can't remember what weapons are in that game, honestly. It's such a time-sinky fucking game with no real payoff, either, like, emotionally because of the story or physically. Physically? What the fuck? No, scan it. Thank you. Go in. Thank you. Like, when I beat it, I just felt more accomplished that I beat this game that, like, is known for being frustrating as shit. I didn't really feel good because, like, it was over, necessarily, you know? I was just like, oh, thank God, I'm done with this game that I was supposed to like and play, and a game I defended to a lot of people, saying that you don't get the nuance, and I was like, no, you know what, this game does really kind of suck on a lot of levels. It has good points, right? Like, I did want to say, like, the combat is good when you're actually in a fight. Like, the only thing I would say is you should be able to, like, swap out your paradigms on the fly or assign them as needed. I feel like that would be better, as opposed to being locked into 6 once you enter combat. Because then you're just not, you don't really gain anything from it. It's like, alright, well, do you have the paradigms you need to win? No? Well, goodbye. Do the fight over. So losing a fight doesn't really have any gravity, because if it did, the game would be on borderline unplayable. Because you would spend 90% of your time trying not to die, and, like, death would put you back to a save point. Ironically, it would be, like, really good by today's standards, because what you could do is you could have it in such a way that, like, the game loads really quickly. So you could afford to have fights like that. You know, you could afford to have, like, big open worlds, because when you get into a fight, you don't have to load once you get into the fight, you just start fucking fighting. And that's really what the gameplay is really good for, is that when you're in a fight, like, it's kind of cool to make these tactical turn decisions. I feel like the leader dying also should not be a game over. I have never had that in a game and liked it. I think it always is a detriment. I feel like you should be able to swap party members. Like, it's the usual list of JRPG complaints that I have. Is like, I don't think the leader dying should end the game. That's fucking stupid. It always has been. I don't think that, you should be allowed to swap party members. There's just a lot of shit. It's just a mess. It's a real mess of a game. That's why people never really talk about it anymore. You're the only person I know that talks about it. Like, I genuinely forgot so many of these things about it, because, like, what's the point of remembering it? 90% of it's fucking shit anyway. This is my favorite. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, the only thing is that you could see in a lot of these older games, the skyboxes are literally just PNGs. Not even. It's a fucking JPEG. And there's not really much you could do about that without, like, overhauling the entirety of the background, but you just kind of notice it. You could definitely see it. Yeah, no, it makes no sense. It's like you play a team-based game, right? Like, the whole point is that you're playing a team-based game. If one person goes down, it shouldn't be like, well, everyone else gives up. Not to mention you got people in reserve, right? It makes no sense. You literally have a group of team members in reserve just doing nothing. And I always hated that about RPGs. Is like, so wait, we get downed and that's it? No one, our teammates on the sidelines just, like, exist? They just sit there and just accept defeat? Like, no. What would really happen is that they would jump in if someone got downed. And to its credit, because I don't actually play the game, Dragon Quest XI does that. From my understanding, is that you could have the alternate party jump in. I believe Golden Sun also does that. Like, there's games that don't do that. But then there's games that don't, or there's games that do it, right? And then there's games that don't, and that's, like, the majority of the fucking games. That makes no sense to me. It's like, if you saw your friends get slaughtered, right, you would fucking jump in the fray. You wouldn't even be on the sidelines doing nothing, is the other part of it, you know? That's what I mean. It just never made any sense to me. I get it's a gameplay element more than a story element, but I really like the games that go above and beyond for it. Or just have a static party of 4 people, and that's it. You only have those 4. But no, I hate that about Persona. And Persona continues to do it to this day. I hate it. It's my least favorite part of the game. Makes no sense. Because something could happen. Oops, I didn't scan this. That's what I didn't scan earlier. Something could happen, and that's it. You're dead. You're fucked. Like, this dude could take a crit, and you weren't expecting it. Congrats. Reload the game. Bitch. And that's basically what a lot of these games do. I know the new Yakuza game, that also has that rule that if Kasuga gets down, and Kasuga's a meme now, which is hilarious. If Kasuga gets down, the game is over. I hate that. It just feels like an artificial way to have a game over. It's like everyone is equal in the party, just some people are more equal than others. Like, I get you if you want to have a main character, right? Like, that's totally fine. Have a main character in your video game. But if you're going to have a main character, don't make it so the whole game is like, well, if he dies, then the game is over, guys. Pack it up. How is he not dead? You piece of shit. I don't even want to fight you. I'm out of here. Can we even do anything now with this? I'm about to quit, just to go do other stuff. Probably chill. Tomorrow I'll record and actually get some stuff done. Because now we're on to the second half of the game, well, not really the second half, but you know what I mean. I don't think we could really do anything with this. I'm stuck. Holy shit, that scared me. I think you just can enter this room. I don't think you can go anywhere. And like at least 13-2, they kind of got the point. So like if one of the people gets down, you can revive the other. So it's not like a complete wipe. But you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, why the hell would you do that, man? Yeah, see, there's nothing to do here. The Plane of Dark Worship. The Ing have some of the best names for rooms. That's like a Castlevania area. I also hate games where, like, the true ending, speaking of Castlevania, is, like, locked behind some secret criteria you would never figure out unless you fucked around for, like, 10 hours or you looked it up. I feel like it's okay to not explicitly state for the player what they need to do. But at the same time, I feel like there should be, like, a balance you strike, right? So it's not just completely out of the blue, by the way, bad ending, go fuck yourself. Like, Metroid Prime Hunters does that. There's a good ending and a bad ending to the game. And they give you enough hints throughout the game in general, that if you play it and you read the lore and you scan, they basically give you a hint that by the end of the game, something else is going to happen and you need to be, you know, there's a certain thing that you need to do to get to it. And they don't handhold you through exactly what you need to do, but through your experiences throughout the game and obviously the color coding and the scan message, you need to deduce that you need to shoot stuff in the final boss to actually activate the real final boss, because otherwise you get the bad ending where no one escapes the ultimate weapon. Or the Omega Cannon, rather. I think we have to talk to him, right? He lets us read green, if I'm not mistaken. And that's one of the coolest things I like about the game, is that, like, I actually feel like you get somewhere, you know? Like, you paying attention actually lets you get this good ending. Because I know Castlevania Portrait of Ruin has, like, a really, really obscure final ending, and it's really kind of dumb. Another game I would love to own and can't get. Because, you know, where are you gonna fucking get a DS, like... Fuck off, I hate it. I hate that they abandoned that format. enemy is on the move. Oh yeah, we got to get the gravity boost. Because there's no gravity suit in this game. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. And then it disappears when you get the light suit. It's really weird. It feels like the suits in this game, I don't know if they were an afterthought, but it doesn't really seem to, like, gel too well with the way it's designed. Like, the gravity boost is this big fucking backpack that just looks really, really weird. And I'm totally not a fan of it at all. But then the light suit is like one of the coolest looking things you ever gotten in the Metroid game. Hey, look, it's these things again. They call them Harmony class drones. They're literally just the scatter bomb again. It's really just the arms. The arms of this suit don't really make any sense. I mean, technically, like, you could kind of see how it would fit, right? Like, you don't, it's not too much arcing. It just doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look like anything you would want to be in a life or death situation over. And this doesn't really seem like it fits at all. Oh, shit. Can I read green yet? No, you have to go to the temples to do that. Oops. I don't know why I'm remembering how the last playthrough ended. The last playthrough ended literally in 2015. Which at this point was a lifetime ago. I can't go this way. Things drop things? Yes, they do. Oh, is this... Dude, there's no save room along this route. Holy shit. I thought there would be a save room. I think this is the gondola ride, which is actually probably the closest thing to, like, an actual Wii segment that we're gonna get in this game. This is like a classic example of we can't go forward in one world, so we go to the other. Which is kind of like a Link to the Past a little bit. Oh man, I gotta fix up where I have this stuff. See, now I'm full on dark ammo. Isn't that nice? Did I get both? I think I did. Yeah, these things are by far the best way to get it back. Alright, cool. I don't think these things hurt you anymore. I don't even know how you would get here without the dark suit. You wouldn't even live long. You need the dark suit to get through a room like this anyway. Oh, reused. Recolored, reused, retextured. This? Oh, there we go. So actually, if you're, as long as you're slightly touching a save point or a safe sphere, you could actually just regain health. You don't actually need to be in it, because as you saw, I wasn't even in the pillar at that point. Make my life off easy. Now we just have to go around one more time. Oops. I think that's I think the threat gauge is gone in Prime 3, right? I thought that was really kind of a cool thing. When I first played this game, I was like, wow, you could have a gauge that literally shows you, like, what the problem is. Felt like an actual heads-up display you would want in, like, futuristic power armor. Like, hey, stupid, something's not right here. Might want to think this one through, buddy. No, let me out, let me out! I think the super missile is actually the first thing we get, and then we immediately leave Torvis Bog to get the seeker missile. Hey, look, they left. Maybe not, never mind. I just waste that. I totally did. Yeah, they prevent you from getting stuck, which is really nice of them. I think this guy gets possessed and he's the first Dark Grenadier. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. There is a Dark Grenadier. There's a lot of stuff that you could get actually on your return trips. There you go. There's a lot of stuff that you can get on your return trips through Sanctuary grounds. There's a lot that you can get. I don't think you can open this yet, right? Yeah, you had to go around the long way to do this. Okay, cool. That's not what I wanted. Here, yep. I used to think that this was like a really, really nice backdrop, and I mean, I still think it is. Like, I don't think it's bad at all when you remember that, you know, it's meant to signify a much bigger planet at stake. Because I think that the graphics, like, just when you were up close against stuff like this, look really good for anything of their time. Especially, like, that arm cannon shaking is a really, really, like, fine piece of work for them to have figured out. For something that, you know, most people probably wouldn't even see for more than a couple of seconds anyway. Like, let's be real. Most people probably don't give a shit about how long the arm cannon shakes. Like, some of these old games have really nice attention to detail. Hilarious. This is where the playthroughs come to die. By far one of the longest segments in almost any Metroid game I could think of is the Alpha Blood segment. That is just an incredibly tedious portion of time that you have to spend. Okay. I don't think you scan the fish, do you? No, these are seahorse enemies. Yep. Alright, cool. The save room is over here. Alright. I think this was a good stream. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to stream this again. It's not like it's a game I absolutely have to sit around and, you know, look up a ton of stuff for or anything. So that's pretty nice. Like I said, I really do like this game. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's a fun, fine game. It's just a game I played a ton in my life, all things considered. So, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm glad that the Wiimote works. I just, again, I think maybe I should bring it below the console, but I don't want to put it on top of my PS4. I think I'm going to wait till I get a slightly better organization of stuff before I start messing around with it like that, you know? So, yeah, pretty good. Nothing but good things to say, because I genuinely like the stream from today. I genuinely like the games I stream, so that's why I stream them, because I like them. Which I guess is something that's going to have to change when I do Final Fantasy 13. Whatever that is. But in any event, big ups to you if you stuck it out. If not, big ups to you anyway. Have a good night. I will stream tomorrow. I'll stream something, I don't know what. But it's going to happen.
I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it.
Yeah, boy!
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.